Let's also talk a little bit about Tesla, because the stock is sputtering after that feud between President Trump and Elon Musk reignited on social media. The president posted that the Tesla CEO gets more subsidies than any human being in history. That post came after Musk bashed Trump's spending bill, threatening to unseat any lawmakers who support that bill if it's the last thing he does on this earth. Joining us now with the latest is Bloomberg Tech co-host Ed Ludlow there. So this has been simmering for a while. You think back to the breakup, if you wanted to call it that, about a month ago. It was over these issues.
Yeah, June 4th, 5th and 6th. On the subsidies issue, Bloomberg at the time, that first week of June, calculated it's not just subsidies, but subsidies, grants and other incentives were about 25 billion. The New York Times has subsequently said across all of Elon Inc., but it's predominantly Tesla and SpaceX, it's a number nearer to 40 billion. The main sort of point of tension here is that what we used to call the Trump trade in the context of Tesla, that was a boost to the stock prior to the election in November, and at points in the first half of the year where the president's commentary supported the idea that Musk's close alignment to the stock would support its broader objectives, is kind of reversed. The Trump trade is now very difficult for Tesla. But again, you know, it's a little bit of the president said, Musk said.
In terms of this fight, though, it does look like the super genius who started Tesla is being outsmarted by President Trump. He caved in and pulled back his Epstein, which had to be his trump card, right?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So, as Donittia and Elonya proceeds with its marital breakup, what is NIO doing? Well, they increased price of its Model 3 by $1,400 for an extra 40 kilometers of range. Whilst NIO keeps coming out with better updated models without increasing the price. Very strange. And as Envo reports best sales month of 2025 with 6,400 units for last month, and Firefly rise by 7% in June to 3,932 vehicles, with the L90 set to be released next week. Firefly set to begin test drives on July 7th in the Netherlands. Yes, you heard that right. People can start test driving them in the Netherlands. For Norway, test drives will begin during the summer, sometime during the summer. But what else is NIO doing? Well, NIO met its second quarter guidance. They fulfilled that. The CEO promised a little over 70,000, and that's what we delivered. So, should we believe him when he said that we're going to double sales this year? It's a very fundamental question. But if you look at the global ramp up, the new platform vehicles that are already out, with the Neo World model, etc., with Firefly ramp up, with Envo ramping up, yes, and breaking records again, I believe that's going to happen. But what else is NIO doing to ensure that happens? Well, July marks the start of intense promotional wars. You see, there are some EV companies that have to lower the price of their EVs, like Xpeng and others, in order to compete. But NIO can do so without lowering the price of its EVs. Instead, it can give the first promotional salvo of the second half of the year comes from NIO. On the morning of July 1st, yesterday, the Envo brand took the lead by launching its July car buying promotion policy, setting off a wave of competitive offers across the industry. They were also scrambling. Excuse me, guys, but like I said, we did not have to lower the price of our cars. We have something called battery swapping, battery as a service, where You swap in less than 3 minutes, you go again instead of waiting to charge your car. So compared to previous offerings, the most significant change lies in free battery swaps. And we can afford to do that because most of our partnerships, all of our partnerships, as well as the provinces in China are building Neo swap stations for free. Yummy, yummy for the tummy. So the more EVs we put out on the street with free battery swap brings more awareness to the brand because people see the luxuriousness and the comfort of these superior cars. It says, compared to previous offerings, the most significant change lies in the free battery swaps. Previously, Onvo provided 48 battery swap vouchers. This is Onvo, the Onvo brand. Yes, even our sub-brand can swap the batteries. Valued at nearly 5,000 RMB for 1 year with new car purchases. This July, which started yesterday, the promotion triples the offer to 144 vouchers, equivalent to 3 years of free battery swaps. Additionally, Onvo introduced benefits and gifts, including a 52-liter car refrigerator, which comes in Onvo if you opt for that option, if you want that option. But now they're getting it for free. Sunroof insulation film to protect from the UV rays. 5 years of free Navigate on Pilot Plus usage. And this is real Navigate on Pilot Plus, not the thing that Tesla saying it's driverless technology that is killing everything on the streets. 5 years of free Navigate on Pilot Plus usage, 3,000 points upon car pickup. Financially, Onvo's July policy offers 0 down payment and 3 years of interest-free financing, which will allow most people to pay off the car by that time. It has also introduced exclusive discounts for 2025 graduates and families orders placed before August 31st. Now listen to what they're saying, guys. For families, which this EV is targeting, and graduates. So it's encouraging an educated population. Orders placed before August 31st receive a luggage box and smart headphones worth RMB $2,500. But what about the Neo main brand, you may say, Mitch? Are they only giving out subsidies for the sub-brand? No. The main brand follows suit. Soon after, Neo's main brand also rolled out its promotional policies, according to the latest promotional posters. It says, for the newly revamped ET5 and ET5 touring models, Neo introduced new supplementary policies while retaining June's incentives. June's existing offers include 5 years of free Navigate on Pilot usage. Whereas with Tesla, I don't know, it costs $6,000, $7,000 US for that driverless technology. Really foolish, because with Navigate on Pilot Plus, we do it as a subscription base, so money keeps coming in. It says 5 years of interest-free financing for the ET5 and ET5 touring, 5 years of battery swap vouchers, which like 240. The added benefits mainly include 10 flexible upgrade battery swap vouchers. So you're getting 10 upgrades. Yes, we can upgrade. We're upgradable, swappable, and chargeable company, which can be used to offset short-term rental fees for 75-liter, 100 and 150 kilowatt-hour batteries. So whenever one of these guys have to, go on their long Chinese holidays, which they have to see their family and relatives, they can upgrade with these vouchers. A suspected screenshot from a fellow's APP conversation indicates that Neo will issue point rebates to owners of the new 5566 models who take delivery before July 10th. Based on the specific incentives tied to the new July policies, specifically ESA at EC6 owners will receive 80,000 points, equivalent to RMB 8,000, and ET5 and ET5 touring owners will receive 100,000 points, equivalent to RMB 10,000. So, of a broader impact in the strategy employed by Neo and Onvo and several new energy vehicle manufacturers in the past 2 days to outmaneuver Xiaomi YU7, according to the media reports from Kailin, Press and others, automakers also have introduced deposit reimbursement policies for models including the YU7. So even Xiaomi has jumped in and joined this. it's going to be very exciting to see this year if we meet guidance, just like we did for the second quarter, like the CEO said. With all the incentives, with the ramp up coming to all the different countries, and with the surprise that is still yet in store, according to the CEO, I believe, and I've been saying this, what will happen is the educated shorts on the big whales on Wall Street that are manipulating and shorting the stock will know exactly when to stop, because the short interests are decreasing. I believe it's from them. It's the uneducated, illiterate investor who are shorting the company will get caught and not just lose what they've put in, but their original capital. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.